Hello everybody and welcome back to Southeast by Midwest. I'm Cassie and today we are going to be talking about Night Owl Lacquer's Prior Incantato nail polish from the Casa Spell box. So if you want to know what this looks like and my thoughts on it, just keep watching. As always here on Southeast by Midwest, before we talk about the product, we always disclose. And the disclosure for this video is that there's nothing to disclose. I got the Casa Spell box on my own and I decided to review the polishes individually on my own. The brands did not ask. I don't even think any of the brands know who I am. So we're going to jump into doing this. I'm actually going to swatch these live. This is my first time doing this. So please, please, please be a little bit forgiving with, you know, my thing. It's going to be a work in progress. I do apologize ahead of time, but we're going to go on ahead and roll that. Okay, before we get started, I want to point out here on my thumb, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, there's a line that goes diagonal right there. And basically what that is that when I was younger, I pulled a table down on my thumb and almost took the top of my thumb off. And because of that, the nail does not grow properly. So it does not look like how these are longer. This one is really short and that is why, so I do apologize. To get started with, we are gonna go in with this OPI Nail Strengthening Base Coat. And I tried to do it in as little coats as well as little strokes as possible. All right, we're gonna go in with the first coat now. And that is what the brush looks like. Okay, I'm gonna really have to clean that up because I am not used to this angle. So I'll have to look and see what the formula is to see if it's like a jelly or a crelly or that kind of formula. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry and then come back for a second coat. And I'll show you what it looks like before we do that as well. All right, we are several minutes later. This is nice and dry and this is what it, oh yeah, there we go. This is what it looks like on the nails. There we go. So we're gonna go on ahead and do the next coat. So for those of you who like Harry Potter, let me know in the comments down below who your favorite character is. And if you've been sorted, what house are you in? To answer that for myself, I'm a Gryffindor. Sorry about that. To answer that for myself, I am a Gryffindor. Travis is a ooh, so pretty. Anyway, Travis is a Ravenclaw, and I would say my favorite character isn't Harry Potter. I'm one of those people who doesn't really like the main cast members. Like, for instance, Dawson's Creek, my favorite character was Pacey. And in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, my favorite character was Faith. So I've never been a big fan of the... So basically what I'm doing, by the way, is I'm kind of patting and then swiping to kind of get those flecks to go all throughout, but I really don't think I needed to do that. So there's the second coat wet. But like Harry Potter isn't really my favorite, and I love Hermione, don't get me wrong. I think maybe McGonagall and Snape for sure. And I think maybe Sirius a little bit. I need to go through, I actually have not read all of the Harry Potters. I've picked up in like Order of the Phoenix, and I think I need to go back to like Prisoner of Azkaban and read what Sirius was like then to see if I like him compared to the movies. Because in actuality in the movies, Sirius was a little bit of a douche with kind of how he did with Harry and thinking he was James and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna let this dry and then we're gonna come back and put some top coat on it. I'm actually going to clean it off camera, but just because of the angle. So I'll be right back with you. I came back to do the top coat and I used the OPI plumping top coat, but I did not realize that it was not filming at the time. So I went in with a coat of this, and then as soon as that dried, I went in with the OPI Wrapper Dry. And I did mention that I use the OPI plumping top coat because I use the OPI base coat, and I tend to like to use the same base and top coats that I used before. So I also mentioned in the clip that did not get filmed that this is actually my second time wearing this. And I mentioned before, I didn't remember if this was a jelly or a crelly. A crelly is like a little thicker version of a jelly. This is actually a jelly formula. It is, as you can see, a teal kind of jelly. And it has, according to Night Owl Lacquer, red, green, and gold shimmers, micro holographic flakies, and crystal chameleon flakes that shift copper, red, gold, and green, and silver, red, and aqua. I feel like you really get the kind of like purpley shades in there, and I really, really love it. It is gorgeous. Now, as for the actual wear time of this, I was able to wear it a week before it started to chip on my tips, which is actually really, really good for me because I am in a cybersecurity program in school and I have a computer programming degree, so I do a lot of fast typing on the computer. If you've ever seen like NCIS or any of those shows where they're computer people and they're just sitting there doing this number, I used to think it was really fake, and I'm pretty sure sometimes it is, but I actually do a lot of that really fast typing, so these tips really go really fast. It's one of the reasons I don't do fake nails, because I've always done a lot of stuff on the computers, and I just find that it, like, the constant hitting kind of like would make the acrylic hurt on the back part of my nail. I mean, other people may not be like that, but for me, that's the way it was. And I find that most polishes tend to chip on those tips more than anything. And I found that that did not happen. As for the packaging, the handle is shaped very similarly to OPI's handle. So if you're used to those, you would not have a problem with these at all. So, and the square shaped bottle, I did not think I would like it, but I actually really, really, really did. I felt like it fits right there absolutely perfectly for when I'm going in and doing my nails. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Hopefully you found that this video fun and informative. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all of your friends. It really does help. Make sure to follow me on all the social media linked down below. Make sure to leave me a comment telling me if you're a Harry Potter fan, who your favorite character and what your favorite house is. And if you're not a Harry Potter fan, then let me know what your favorite nail polish is of this moment. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!